When homeowners think about SB9, the most of the focus is on the process, the design, the timeline, getting through the city approval. But one of the most important questions is this: what do you actually end up with once the lot split is finished? Because this is the real point where the true value of SB9 is realized. When your SB9 lot split is approved and the final map is recorded, your original property is legally two separate parcels. Each parcel receives its own assessor's parcel number, often called an APN, which splits your existing tax bill into two separate bills. Remember, SB9 does not trigger a reassessment of the property taxes. It simply divides the current tax base between the two resulting properties equitably based on size, structures, etc. At that moment, you no longer have one property. You now own two independent pieces of real estate. Each parcel stands on its own legally. That means each one can be sold separately, financed separately, developed separately, or held as its own long-term investment. This is one of the biggest differences between SB9 and something like adding an ADU. With an ADU, everything remains tied to a single property. With SB9, you've created a completely new asset. And for many homeowners, that's where the flexibility really begins. Some choose to sell the newly created parcel right away. In many areas, builders and investors are actively looking for buildable lots in established neighborhoods. Others choose to hold the land long term, allowing it to appreciate before deciding whether to build or sell. Some move forward with construction, building a home or duplex to create rental income or resale value. And many homeowners take a phased approach, completing the lot split now to create the asset and then deciding what to do with it later. There's no requirement to build immediately. Once the parcel exists, you can move at your own pace based on your financial goals and timing. Another important advantage is ownership flexibility. Because the parcels are separate, they can be transferred independently. Some homeowners plan to sell one and keep the other. Others use the second parcel for long-term family planning, holding it for children, future housing needs, or estate planning purposes. For many homeowners in California, understanding how this works is as important a part of long-term planning. Financing flexibility is another benefit because the parcels are legally separate. Homeowners may be able to sell one parcel to generate cash, use one parcel to support construction financing, or structure financing independently for each property. But one of the most important things to understand is this. In many cases, a significant portion of the value is created the moment the new parcel becomes legally buildable. You don't necessarily have to construct anything for the property to become more valuable. The legal ability to build with special dual primary units, reduced setbacks, and expedited permitting, combined with proper access, utilities, and a functional layout, is what the market responds to. And this is where the quality of the lot split design really matters. A well-designed parcel with property access, utility planning, and a practical building envelope is far more valuable and much easier to sell or develop. At Riechers Engineering, our focus isn't just on getting a lot split approved. Our team evaluates zoning, layouts, access, parking considerations, utilities, and local requirements to make sure the new parcels are functional, buildable, and strategically positioned for long-term value. Riechers Engineering has completed more SB9 projects than any other engineering firm in California, and that experience allows us to design splits that are not only meet city requirements, but also make sense from a real-world development and market valuation perspective. Because the goal isn't just to divide the land. The goal is to create two properties that actually create impactful additional property value. Whether your plan is to sell, build, hold, or pass them down to the next generation, if you're considering an SB9 lot split and want to understand what the outcome could look like for your specific property, you can book a call with our team. We're happy to review your property, talk through the possible scenarios, and help you understand what options you would have from day one of the project all the way through once the split is complete. Because with SB9, approval isn't the finish line. It's the moment your property becomes something entirely new, and the opportunities really begin.